Ooh, dang. And that video that I'm uploading right now, we'll see how long it takes me to upload. Because it's a good video. Usually on my good videos, like I feel like they're good at least, and it takes me forever. It takes me forever. I gotta stay on top of it. It deletes. It's all wonky. It's all wonky, you know? But it doesn't stop me from posting it. I persevere. I know I keep them busy on the back end. Bless their little hearts. Bless their little hearts. I do indeed. I know y'all are getting sick as F over me. I feel your energy. I really do. Especially when I be listening to some of my music too. It's like, again she's listening to music. Oh, this song, we've heard it a million times. Golly. I mean, I just... Anyways, you know, there's some things that I wanted to touch on this video. This one's not going to be as long. But when I was making that video just now, like that was all things that just flow. Like things just flow to me when I talk, and things they just come out easily, effortlessly, immediately, and abundantly. And that's when you know you're truly connected. You're truly connected to who you are, how you are, working with God and the divine, and you just see things differently. You feel things differently, you know? It's just one of those things. You know your standards, you know your boundaries, you know your morals, you know your values, you know your ethics, and you know your faith. And you don't waver on it. You don't waver on that. You know, whether people agree with you or not, whether people have a different type of faith, it doesn't matter. It still doesn't waver your faith. You know, to truly walk with God, to truly walk with the divine, to truly walk with Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the Most High, whoever it is you worship, it's not an easy road. I mean, look at everything that the disciples walked through. Look at everything Jesus walked through that led him to a crucifixion. By the Pharisees, we're literally reliving the same freaking thing right now. Real time. Real time. We're living the same things for entertainment purposes only. We are. And so you just have to recognize that when you start elevating, right? You start raising your vibration and how you think, how you feel, no longer being controlled by society, culture, the government. Like they can't control you. Yeah, you become a threat. You become a threat and you become fierce. And it's one of those things. It comes with it. And you got to recognize that. And it's okay. You just got to feel through the motions of it. God's got you. Everything you walk through is meant for you to walk through that. It's a tower moment for you to learn the lessons and let go of your ego. But they don't want to talk about the ego. Why don't they want to talk about the ego? Because they all run on ego. Whether it's in churches, whether it's in the government, whether it don't matter. If people don't talk about ego, it's because they're running on their ego. Period. Period. That's just facting. And if you have an ego and you run on your ego, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're not walking with God. You're not walking with the Most High. You're not walking with the divine. You're not walking with the source. There is a difference between having confidence, Godfidence, than having an ego. And let me tell you what the difference is. Okay. The difference is ego means you feel like you're better than people. You judge people. You think that you and your accolades and whatever it is you walk in your life, fill in the blanks, your prestigious career, your wherever, your title, you know, whatever you're monetizing, or not monetizing, but whatever your financial status quo or your status quo is. I mean, again, fill in the blanks. You get my drift, right? But you feel like wherever you're at in your life gives you the green light to judge people and tell people how to live, right? Even if you're in the faith community or in the Christian community, this is how if you want to walk with God and hear the voice of God, this is how you have to do it. All right. Those are all ego-driven things in my world. Again, take away with what resonates. You don't have to agree with me. I understand that there are commandments. I understand. I personally believe the Bible is used for your reference. Your point of reference, and it's all up to individual interpretation, right? Of your interpretation of the words that God and Jesus spoke and his disciples, and you interpret it through your heart. But you can't do that if you run alongside ego. And if you aren't walking with humbleness or humility, you have an ego. You're still riding on your flesh. And especially if you associate money to your worth, how many followers you have, how, substantially great you are. Like none of that matters when it comes to, just on my mind. Again, I know other people are going to say otherwise, but I just don't operate on that. I just don't. I just feel like it just takes you down to a lower vibration when you operate on that kind of level. And I'm going to, unpack these things much more when I get my podcast up and going. You need not worry. Okay, people in the back, don't you worry. But when you have these are some other nuggets that came to me. When you have nothing to lose, you start walking in joy and peace. You do. When you have nothing to lose, you've literally lost. Your complete life has been exploited and now made into a movie. I'm pretty much at the point where I have nothing to lose. It's all in. And it was coming to me. I was watching one of my videos because I try to be really mindful of the things that I say. I don't call out names. I try to, when it comes to people of my past, organizations, stuff like that, I try to be really mindful because I know everybody's so happy. But here was the thing that came to me too, which was really funny. I was like, well, golly, I can't wait for the day they sue me. Give me that day in court. Please give me that day in court. I'm literally filing documents after documents trying to get my day in court. And still haven't heard anything back from that. Right? And so, let's go. Saddle up. Chin up, buttercup. What are you going to do? It's just crazy. So that came to me. Again, it doesn't mean that I'm going to go out there and call out names and stuff like that because I'm not. I have no desire to, and honestly, I've been going back and forth with, I have my case filed and I'm going to let that ride, but I'm not, I'm not going to keep beating a dead horse when it comes to the injustice of the justice system. It's literally unfolding in front of our eyes, quite frankly. And so I've been working with God a little bit about that too. I'm never going to stop spreading my truths. I'm never going to stop talking. I'm never going to, stop sharing my wisdom and what I'm called to say. But when it comes to things of the past and stuff like that, I've been going back and forth with. Anyways, the good outweighs the bad if you look at it that way. That was another thing that came to me. The good outweighs the bad. I don't feel like anything in my life is bad. I don't. So because I don't feel like anything is bad, everything's always good. Right? Think about it. Because that was in a song that I listened to. I wish the good times outweighed the bad. And I was like, but all the times were good, even the bad times. Why are the bad times good times? Well, because everything that's a bad time, you always can learn from it. You always can gain wisdom from it, knowledge about yourself, about your surroundings, about what you don't like, what you do like, what you stand for, and know what not to do next time. That's why I love everything in my, that I've walked through in my past, because it's everything, I just look at things so differently now. Golly, I just, my future relationship, ooh. You're going to be a lucky man. You're going to be a lucky, lucky man, I'll tell you. I know that. Nobody can tell me otherwise. And I know God's just whenever God's ready, just go ahead and boop, place him in my life. He will too. God, the divine source, he will indeed. I don't worry about none of that. I enjoy my moments. I enjoy myself in my moments with God. With synchronicities, patterns, going through tower moments, energetic fields, feeling the strength in me grow. Those are all power moments and I love it, and I pat myself on my back. I don't get a lot of encouragement, but I do from, the people that I do have in my life, and the encouragement that I do get, it means the world to me. And so I don't take anything lightly, because I've walked through so much. It just has given me such a precious feeling of just pure moments, because I know what it feels like not to have absolutely anything and you have the world just putting swords in your heart and darts in your back. Right? And you just keep getting up and you get up and you get up. Why? Because you got God's perseverance. I got God's perseverance. I have his resilience running inside of me. There's no other way. And everybody knows it. And, you can too. You're just allowing your ego and your flesh and your greed